Hello and welcome to God's Minute. I'm Pastor Jonathan Conrad. I'm the senior pastor at St. Paul's Lutheran Church in Wilmington, North Carolina. Today we begin a look at 2 Timothy with a Bible study that I like to call Rekindle. I will explain that title after our passage today, so let's get to it. I am grateful to God, whom I worship with a clear conscience as my ancestors did, when I remember you constantly in my prayers night and day. Recalling your tears, I long to see you so that I may be filled with joy. I am reminded of your sincere faith, a faith that lived first in your grandmother Lois and your mother Eunice, and now, I am sure, lives in you. For this reason, I remind you to rekindle the gift of God that is within you through the laying on of my hands. For God did not give us a spirit of cowardice, but rather a spirit of power and of love and of self discipline. So, a little bit of background on the letter for you. First, 2 Timothy was not written by Paul the Apostle, but one of his disciples, using Paul's name to carry on the mission that Paul started. It is also the second book of the pastoral epistles, and it goes along with 1 Timothy and Titus. It is similar to 1 Timothy in style, content, and vocabulary, but it's different in its setting, where Paul is in prison and with the theme of desertion, where co-workers and friends have left Paul. Now, last week, the writer was not very positive about the role of women in the church, but now in our passage today, we see that Timothy's faith was shaped by the people around him, the women in particular, his grandmother and his mother. Now, Paul tells Timothy to rekindle the faith, and rekindle only shows up in this passage, and it means to cause to begin again or to take on a new life. Now that we are through with the election, at least the actual voting part, and we start to look ahead to Thanksgiving and Christmas, I think that this is a perfect time for us to rekindle our faith. Because let's be honest, with the election, the pandemic, social unrest, our faith can take quite the beating. I remember a spiritual coach of mine described our faith in terms of a spiritual bank account. You have this account where you place all of your spiritual faith, and then you withdraw from that account. And over time, that account can get low, and sometimes it becomes empty. And you need to replenish that account. You need to rekindle it, if you will. And I think that that is where we are with our faith. We need to rest and recharge, because one of the messages that we find from 2 Timothy is that there is a consequence of faith. Faith takes action and it takes a lot of energy. Sooner or later, we need to restore that energy. So this week, I want you to concentrate on doing three things every day. First, pray 5 times a day. That is morning, your 3 meals, and nighttime. When you take a shower or bath, remember your baptism. Remember the promises that God made to you and how you are loved by God. And then send a daily thank you note to someone who gives you strength and hope. You can call them, you can email them, text them, however you want to reach out to them. Pick someone each day and let them know how much their love and their faith has helped you. Do these things this week, every day, and see if those flames of faith don't start to rise again. And that will do it for me today. Thank you for watching. I will see you tomorrow for another edition of God's Minute. Until then, you take care and God bless.